Hello, everyone. My name is Andrei. I work at Adaptivist, the parent company of ScriptRunner, and I'm the product marketing manager for ScriptRunner for Jira. In my presentation today, I'll be talking about how you can align Jira Cloud with your business rules using behaviors, the most popular feature of ScriptRunner across all hostings, and which since the end of last year has also become available on Jira Cloud. But before I start, can I actually ask you to please raise your hand if you have used ScriptRunner before? Okay. And can you also please raise your hand if you have used the behaviors feature before? Okay. Thank you very much. It's a good number, but hopefully after today there will be even more. For those of you who haven't used behaviors, I will start by giving a quick introduction to this amazing feature and how it can help you customize parts of Jira the way you need it. I will then continue by briefly talking about the product roadmap and what's coming up next for behaviors on cloud. And I will finish the presentation by showcasing some really cool examples and use cases of behaviors. I won't go into too much detail on the technical side on how to set up a behavior, but I will share the scripts for each of the examples, and I'm going to also share some more resources where you can get help, but also you can reach out to the amazing team of experts at Matrix who can help you set up and implement these solutions. Although my presentation is focused on Jira Cloud and behaviors on cloud, the same examples and use cases can also be implemented very easily on server or data center. So let's start by having a look at what behaviors is and what it does. I thought that instead of me talking, I could just play this short 1-minute video that I think will do a better job than me.
Behaviors is a beloved feature in ScriptRunner for Jira DC Server and has helped countless administrators customize Jira's issue fields by defining how they should behave in a given project or context. We're excited to bring behaviors to Jira Cloud. Let's take a look at some of the amazing things it can do. You may have teams that use templates in the description of different issue types. Rather than users manually copying and pasting the description into each newly created issue, use a behavior to create a script that will automatically add a preset template. In addition to pre-populating description text, let's say you want to automatically assign issues of different priorities to different users. Issues set as high priority should be assigned to one user, while issues set to low priority are assigned to someone else. Use behaviors to make this automatically happen upon issue creation. In future iterations, we'll be adding even more customization options, as Atlassian makes them available through their UI Modifications API. Accurately aligning your organization's tools with its processes can be a challenging mission. Luckily, ScriptRunner's Behaviors feature is here to help. Join us on our journey to in-depth field customization with Behaviors for Jira Cloud.
Great. So just to reiterate the value that behaviors brings to you, as we've seen in this video, behaviors enables you to customize fields in Jira by applying if-then type of logic and conditions. It helps you to align the Jira issue create screen with your business rules and to reinforce these business rules and processes for your teams. And it gives you, the Jira admins, control over the journey that your users need to follow inside Jira. For those of you who have, who are or have used to be on server or data center, you might be familiar with this feature, as it has been a long-time customer favorite on the on-prem hostings. But before the end of last year, due to the differences between Jira Cloud and Jira on-prem, it was not possible to build behaviors on cloud. However, in Q4 last year, Atlassian has released the new UI Modifications API for cloud, and that has enabled the ScriptRunner engineering teams to bring behaviors to Jira Cloud. As a result of that, we have released the first version of behaviors in November last year. And this feature was also built on Forge, the new development platform for cloud, which means that because of that, it's a separate app that can only work in relation to the ScriptRunner main app. So on a Jira instance that has ScriptRunner installed. Those of you that have used the ScriptRunner app, you can install behaviors from the Atlassian marketplace, or you can install it directly from the ScriptRunner app in the Behaviors tab in the menu. And just to avoid any confusion, this is a free app, as it is included in your ScriptRunner license. Another thing that I would like to mention here is that Behaviors uses TypeScript and not Groovy, as it's a scripting language. So it should be easier to write the code for behaviors, but also because it adds type safety, it will help the Jira admins to write better code and with less errors. Let's now look at what capabilities are currently supported in behaviors. We've started our journey to bringing behaviors to cloud with the first release only supporting a number of actions and system fields. This first release covered everything that was possible at the moment through the UI modifications API made available by Atlassian. Behaviors at the moment only supports customizations and field control on the issue create screen, and I'm going to talk a bit more about this when I get to the part with the future plans for behaviors, as I know that especially those of you who have migrated from server or data center might have use cases and needs for behaviors in other locations, such as the view screen or the transition screen. Behaviors is also currently only supported on company-managed software projects, and here on the slide you can see the 5 system fields that behaviors could apply to immediately from the launch. Those are priority, summary, assignee, labels, and descriptions. You can also see the actions supported by behavior. So for each of these fields, you can conditionally hide and or show the field. You can also change the field name, change the field description, and set default field value based on predetermined conditions. All of these actions are based on corresponding API methods that are designed to be written as natural language in order to make them easier to understand and interact with, but also to take away the complexity of having to make REST API calls. Now, this is why I keep referring to the journey of bringing behaviors to cloud, because this is a major feature with lots of components and capabilities that will take time to develop. But we're committed to continuing on this journey, as behaviors is so important to you, our customers, and remains a top priority for our ScriptRunner Cloud team. In addition to everything that I have shown on the previous slide, so far this year we have unlocked a number of new customization power for behaviors users. As you can see here on this slide, you can now configure behaviors on even more fields, including 7 custom field types, the single and multi-select fields, the text and paragraph fields, user picker and multi-user picker fields, as well as the checkbox fields. The reporter system field is also one of the latest additions to this list. Lastly, what I would say here is that behaviors now also enables you to create more conditions to apply on all of these fields, such as making a field required and setting conditions based on the field type. In terms of what's coming up next for behaviors, very soon you'll have at your disposal a new and improved UX UI. These improvements are made to offer a more intuitive way of writing scripts, as well as provide support for multiple affected fields. Support for the components and fixed versions fields is also going to be available very soon, as it is prioritized by Atlassian to be added to the UI modifications APIs. But more importantly, the next big thing for behaviors on cloud will be releasing the feature on the view issue screen to allow even more customizations in Jira. Both ScriptRunner and Atlassian are currently actively working on investigating the needs and technical requirements for building support for the view issue screen. And I'm sure that it will be available soon, but at this time, I'm not able to disclose any timelines. All I can say is to subscribe to our emails and watch the emails, as that would be one of the first places where any updates will be posted. Now let's look at some examples of behaviors in action and some ways that this feature could help the Threads and Tails company that Dikla has mentioned. With the company growing and having more Jira users, the processes inside the company naturally are also becoming more complex. And compared to an early stage startup, for example, there needs to be a better set of practices in place to ensure that the company can stay focused on its core strategy and remain organized. Using behaviors, threads and tails can implement business rules and improve efficiency for those creating issues by adding some if-then conditions to their issue creation screen. In the example here on this slide, setting up a behavior provides a way to automatically assign an issue to a specific person if the priority level is set as high. This kind of conditional logic can ensure, for example, that someone with the right set of skills, the right knowledge or seniority in the team is assigned to the more complex or urgent Jira issues. And this is the example script used to create that behavior. With more employees and more departments with their own set of requirements and terminology, the Jira instance of a growing company such as Fred and Tails can soon become too messy, and the Jira users can get confused in, when creating a new issue, when they see a lot of fields and they don't know which ones are required for their team or department. With behaviors, you can control which fields you want to show or hide responsively, which helps maintain a clean issue create screen when users see, where users see only the fields that are relevant to them. As you can see in the example here, we are showing the line manager field, which is a custom user picker field when HR is selected in the department field. While if finance is selected, line manager is hidden and another custom field named ticket category is shown instead. However, if both fields are then hidden if the product department is chosen. This way your teams don't have to remember which fields to fill out anymore, as everything is streamlined and straightforward. And again, this is the example script used to create that behavior. In this next example, you can see how the ticket reviewer custom field is renamed when the department is changed and becomes read-only for everyone except those part of a specific user group, in this case, the senior developers. This is, again, another example of how you can easily align Jira with your business rules and enable your teams to create issues in a more efficient way. And again, this is the example scripts used to create behaviors that makes the custom field read-only. This last example shows another type of conditional logic that can be applied to fields, and that is making a field required or not based on what is selected in another field. Here, I hope you can see that the required mark appears or not for the ticket reviewer field based on the priority that is set in the field below. And again, this is the example script used to create that behavior. Now, I'm going to just briefly show another quick video about the UX and UI improvements that are coming very soon in the next couple of weeks to behaviors on cloud. This is a prototype, so for those of you using behaviors in cloud, you might not see this exact same functionalities, but it would be very, very similar to this. You'll be able to see here support for that we are looking to offer support for multiple affected fields inside one single script. You can see that the affected fields are also shown inside a model on the behaviors overview page. We've introduced an edit behavior button inside the summary models to optimize the user journey. And we have cleaned up the scripting experience and increased the script editor size. We have also revamped the code examples and changed the interaction so then users can easily copy and paste the examples in the script editor without losing the current scripting progress. And we have introduced a way to display errors to a user when there's trouble in reading or behavior script is not working properly. For those of you that would like to get more information about this, you can visit the ScriptRunnerHQ.com website. You can check out the recent blog posts. You can read more about the product and the different features inside it. You can also install behaviors from the Atlassian Marketplace or directly from the ScriptRunner app. And you can also check the documentation website, which provides a lot of examples and resources to help you get started with ScriptRunner and with behaviors in particular. We have also a playlist on YouTube with demo videos for behaviors where you can learn step by step how to set up your own behaviors. If you have any use cases or feedback for the ScriptRunner app, you are invited to share that on the ScriptRunner for Jira Cloud Node board. We are actively looking at this to understand better what new features our customers need. And I believe that is all from me today. I hope you found this presentation helpful and that you've captured some new ideas or inspiration to create more field customizations in Jira using behaviors.